We'll see how low the Jets go at the quarterback position. They finally brought someone in. Trevor Siemian joins the team. He's expected to be inactive this week for the Chiefs game. Here he is answering the question of how long it will take for him to pick up the Nathaniel Hackett offense.
Tough to say. I couldn't give you, a week or 2 weeks. I think, like I said, as a backup quarterback in this league, it's kind of your challenge is how fast you can pick things up. And I'm anxious to get started and get the verbiage, get to know my teammates a little bit. So definitely not overnight.
Did you view this as an opportunity where you might have a chance to play?
Again, I didn't have a lot of expectations. No promises were given or anything like that. These guys had 2 quarterbacks. They needed a 3rd quarterback. I had some good conversations, and here I am. So I'm excited to get to work.
So Trevor Siemian there and excited to get to work, and who knows if and when he'll be playing. For now, it is Zach Wilson. They're sticking with Zach Wilson. I don't know that Siemian has the cachet to take over that job, but sometimes you just got to have somebody else, somebody different, somebody new. There's so much criticism of the Jets right now, and Robert Saleh is supporting Zach Wilson. I don't think he has much of a choice. Again, Trevor Siemian was available to any team for a reason. He's not a guy that's had a high degree of success. He's just kind of a stopgap. Let's get us through a few games. Let's get us through a month. Let's get us through a quarter, whatever the case may be. We'll see. And again, Chris, the thing that we all lose sight of, that offensive line. Nobody's going to play well behind that offensive line. That's the thing that doesn't get mentioned nearly as much as it should when we're trying to figure out how the Jets can all of a sudden flip a switch and be better than they've been.
No, yeah. I mean, Zach Wilson hasn't been good. I'm not going to sit here and try to make excuses for it, but there are not many. Nobody would really be very good behind that. I mean, we're preparing for the game. You go through the game itself and you look at things and you go, wait, nobody open. Okay, let's talk about, no pass protection. Oh, wait, they kept 8 guys in the block. They still couldn't protect. I mean, there's not a lot of other success factors going on here. It's not like Kansas City's watching the film this week going, man, Zach Wilson missed wide open people all over the field. They're looking at a team that's going, damn, they can't protect, and their guys are on lockdown. There's a few underneath throws that maybe Zach Wilson had some pressure and he could have hit a shallow cross for a gain of 4. All right. But other than that, it's not like there's 20-yard completions downfield that are wide open and Zach Wilson's missing them. Right. Now, again, I'm not trying to make excuses for him there. I'm not. But there's just nothing there that's helping that, this current situation out at the quarterback situation. Let alone there's, a lot of chirping and people on the sidelines saying things and people in the locker room. So, yeah, this goes throughout right now. I mean, they built it around Aaron Rodgers. We're going to run his type of offense. He's smart. He's next level. He'll get us in at a lot of good plays. He'll get the ball out of his hands. He'll manage this a little bit. And, yeah, would he have managed it better than Zach Wilson? Certainly, right? But, what is, do people think that if Aaron Rodgers played last week against the Patriots, it was going to be 31-16 or 31-15? What was the final score? It was 15-10? I don't know. If they had Aaron Rodgers, maybe they win 16-15. Maybe they lose 15-13. I don't look at it and go, oh, wow, he would have saved the day. There's just no way with how everything else looks right now. And I think that's where people are kind of losing a little sight of the context and the situation as we go.
I do several different radio spots in local markets throughout the week, and I pick up a lot of trends and issues and questions and themes, and they all want the Jets to trade for Kirk Cousins. And I don't know how else to explain to people that the Vikings aren't going to do that. The Jets don't have the draft capital or the other assets to make it happen. Well, I mean, what are the Vikings going to do? Just give up on the season? And go with Nick Mullins?
And next year, too. We're just going to give up. We're definitely going to get the top pick of the draft. So we'll just, because the Jets fans want it, we'll just abandon our plans as an organization and stop evaluating and do it. I know. It's crazy Jet fan shit talk, and that they're the kings of that. They are. It's like,
but it's all across the country.
Well,
these radio hosts in Seattle brought it up yesterday.
Well, yeah, because some guy said it on a Thursday night pregame show, and then now everybody's like, wait, that guy said it, so let's all jump on it. And it's like, well, yeah, I don't know, that guy said it. I don't what so, but where's some tangible evidence that it's a real thing? Hey, they should trade for this starting quarterback. Oh, okay. Yeah, that team will just give away their starting quarterback. The Jets need one. They'll just say, the hell with the season. Go ahead. I mean, it's kind of crazy how things boil up.
If I was Kirk Cousins, I wouldn't waive my no-trade clause to go to the Jets. I wouldn't want anything to do with that.
Of course not.
Look at the offensive line.
Right.
They're worse than the Vikings. Why are you going to uproot your life and potentially have a worse season than you're having in Minnesota? Even if they end up 4-13, he's going to have a great statistical season, and somebody out there is going to pay him way too much money when he becomes a free agent again in March. Why do you want to screw that up by going into a spot where if everything goes well, then Aaron Rodgers is healthy and they're going to talk about benching you so Aaron Rodgers can play? I mean, I think that's one of the reasons. This doesn't get discussed very
100%. I've tried to say this to people.
I still don't think the Jets have the ability to get a high-end backup or a starter from another team. I don't think they want to mortgage the future any more than they already have. But if you do get Kirk Cousins, if you do get Matthew Stafford, he was the plan B to Rodgers back in March. If you get one of those guys and you get to the playoffs and Aaron Rodgers comes running out of the tunnel saying, I'm ready to play, what do you do? What do you do? And if you piss off Aaron Rodgers and don't let him play, maybe he does retire after 1 year and doesn't come back for 2024. He's got so much power over that team right now.
Yes, that's right.
From the pay cut that he took, dangling the hope that he's going to play in 2024. I think one of the reasons that they can't go out there and get or even try to get a better option than Zach Wilson is if it works with that guy, then what do you do with Aaron Rodgers if Aaron Rodgers is ready to come back and play? It's easy to tell Zach Wilson, go back to your prior position of being on the bench. It's going to be very hard to tell anyone else that you go out and get to do the same thing if that guy is the one who turns this around.
Yeah, no, agree. That's I've kind of been saying that from the start. That's where it's they're not going to go get a marquee player and have create more issues for their football team in the offseason because of what you laid it out, right? Rodgers still has a lot of power in this position. He's still the guy going forward here. So they're not going to get any marquee, let alone it's going to be hard to find, like we talked about, anybody marquee where they're going to go, oh, yeah, we'll trade our starting quarterback and just, fall to shit so you guys could have our starting quarterback. That's just not going to happen. It's not realistic. If you remember, I think the day after the Monday Night Football game, I said Trevor Siemian. He was one of the first guys I brought up. He's been in this system. It should be a pretty easy transition. He's been in a West Coast offense almost his whole career. So that's where it makes sense. And then, he's not a threat to Rodgers, nor is he a threat to, oh, wait, we got to bench Zach Wilson right now for Trevor Siemian. It makes a lot of sense from all those. So he's not a name. He doesn't have that cachet that adds more pressure to the situation. But yet he's a guy that has played, and if you need him and Zach Wilson does fall apart or gets hurt, now at least you got a guy that go, okay, wait, he's been there, he's done that, and it gives us a little bit of an insurance policy. And that's why they made that move. But, yeah, you laid it out, right? One, there's no marquee guys to be had out there. Two, there's still the Aaron Rodgers thing hovering over the whole organization, and the Jets are going to be delicate to that for sure, at least for the current time being here.
Because they need him to come back next year, because if he's not coming back next year, maybe Woody Johnson does fire everybody and start over again. But having Rodgers back next year saves Robert Saleh, saves Joe Douglas for one more year, at a minimum, maybe longer than that. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.